I didn't expect to find anybody else here. Fascinating.
What's interesting?
To meet a human here, of course. Humans are the last thing I would have expected in this shadow-infested place. I would be very careful here if I were you, but I guess you know what you're doing.
What are you doing here?
I have something to take care of, and since you are a member of our guild, I expect your help with the matter. I visited a place that is closely tied to the power of the shadows. This location may not seem particularly special, but it's a spot where the veil between our worlds is extremely thin. Precisely what I need for my experiment.
What sort of experiment?
We mages have been considering the problem of the shadows for some time now. Their attacks seem too structured, too planned, to be guided by the sort of lower intelligence that most shadows seem to display. It's clear that they operate according to a hierarchy. I'm working on an incantation that should be able to reach the leaders.
What do you mean?
It's possible to force shadows from the underworld into our world. We can only defeat them here. But as yet, we have been unable to reach their masters. My incantation might make it possible to reach them.
How does an invocation like that work?
First, you summon the lowest servant of a shadow leader. The power unleashed by this invocation will allow you to eventually draw out their master. That way you can work your way up to their actual leader. This could be a great leap forward in the study of shadows and their hierarchy.
Let's start the incantation.
I wouldn't have expected anything less from a guardian of the mages. I have no idea how many servants work for a master of the shadows. Once I've started the incantation, there's no turning back. The spell will continue to work until the entire hierarchy has been exterminated. Are you sure we should start it now?
Let's begin.
All right. Prepare yourself. Razla vertigo hierarchar varlava krafra. There's gotta be a nest around here somewhere. Nest around here somewhere. Yes, teach that demon spawn a lesson.
Have we done it?
It looks that way. That was extremely enlightening. That seems to be the normal size of a shadow hierarchy. You face them all in battle. For now, The knowledge gained should be sufficient. Thank you for your help. Here's a token of my gratitude. I'm going to ponder this for a while. Perhaps I can improve the spell to omit the minor servants. But I will probably never try something like that again. At best, I'll do it in the mage's camp, under controlled conditions. Thank you for your help.
I found the grimoire.
Excellent. Show it to me.
Here.
Wonderful. Was it in the old castle ruins to the west?
Yeah, with a pretty bad-tempered Shadow Lord.
Yes, I knew he was hiding there. I'm glad that you were able to rescue this. What happened to the Shadow Lord?
The Shadow Lord in the west is no more.
Ah, that should lift the spirits a bit. Well done.
About your warriors. Winter has overcome his cowardice. He's back to normal.
Very good. I thought we'd lost him.
I've joined a faction.
And you chose? How shall I put this? Interesting. Who would have thought you'd follow the teachings of the mages?
What do we do now?
We can now discuss your spirit.
How will the grimoire help us?
There's an entry on a spirit ritual. It summons a spirit from the underworld and binds it to the body of the living dead.
The madmen gave a zombie reason.
Strange. But that's what it says here.
I don't believe it. Just imagine you wake up one morning and are stuck in your own rotting carcass. Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
If the ritual worked before, it'll definitely work for you.
What if the other part of my mind comes back from the underworld? Oh, fuck. I think I've got to let the implications sink in first.
Good. We'll talk later. Take your time, lad.
A ritual. Yeah, that's probably my last hope. All right, get on with it.
Wise decision, my boy. The ancient writings of Calador have not disappointed me yet.
What do we need for your ritual?
The grimoire mentions a powerful magic spell that can call your spirit and bind it to your body. Unfortunately, the spell itself isn't detailed in there, but it does say where we can find it. The entire ritual must take place in a location that is magically shielded from the outside world. We also need 3 sorcerers who are powerful enough to cast such a spell.
You are a powerful sorcerer.
Yes, I can help you with your ritual. However, my work here in Calador is not yet complete. The shadows still threaten us from the other side of the lava. We must attack and drive the evil from the island.
How are you going to cross the lava?
There is a teleporter on the other side, but it is inactive. I could build a bridge by setting up a magical web.
How would you do that?
If all teleporter platforms on this side of the lava were activated, I could combine their energy. That combined force could be used to catapult one or more people across the lava.
Have you ever done that before?
No, but it'll work. All the other teleporters need to be activated first before I try it. Everything else is just theory.
I'll help you fight the shadows in the east.
You really want to attempt the big leap over the lava stream?
It looks like it.
Was I really that persuasive?
You'll be fine.
Thanks for your confidence in me. You'll need a teleport stone to activate all the teleporters you can find in Calador. I have the teleport stone, but I need it for the teleporter in the east, behind the lava stream. I'll mark the teleporters and the possible sites of other stones for you on your map. There. Someone like you will have no trouble finding them.
About the spirit ritual. Do you know where to find the spell for the spirit ritual?
One of the Dark Warriors studied this magic. We might find the records in his dwelling.
All right. And where is that exactly?
He lived beyond the eastern side of the stream of lava. That's where you'll find the ruins.
I understand. The mages are powerful sorcerers.
That's true. But lately, they have been occupied with researching crystal magic. That has weakened them. I fear that only the most powerful will be strong enough to help us with the spirit ritual.
And who might that be?
Without a doubt, Zacharias is the most powerful mage. Ask him for help.
What about one of the native shamans?
That's a good idea. The voodoo priests are experts in the spirit world. The most powerful voodoo witch I know is Chani. She is the daughter of a chieftain of the natives. Go and find her. We need her powers.
You mentioned a place that was shielded by magic.
Yes, and that is indeed a problem. Legends exist of ancient beings who were able to create a sphere of magical tranquility. But that knowledge has now been lost. Even the oldest of the Dark Warriors of Calador know nothing of it.
Walk in the park for me.
If you say so.
So I'm supposed to find an ancient being.
Yes, and it must still be alive today in order to help us.
And it's supposed to be old.
Very old. Even older than the Titan Lords. It must have seen the rise and fall of the first civilizations in this world. It's old enough to have seen the very first days. Back when our world began.
All right, I get it.
Good.
About the spirit ritual. Where can I find such an ancient being?
Head to the islands in the southern seas.
Can't you be a bit more precise?
Maybe search the old temples built by the natives. They're the oldest buildings in the region. If such a creature truly does still exist, you should be able to find a trace even now.
What can you teach me?
What would you like to know?